Star 94 mornings, you're just going to have to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride of New Kids on the Block.
Yay. Okay. Oh.
Okay. We're a little excited here in the room because Jordan Knight is going to be on the phone with us in just a second. And we've invited one of our Monday morning mom panel moms, Katie, into the studio with us. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
Katie.
Look how excited she
Is so excited. And what we've decided to do is let Katie interview Mr. Jordan Knight today.
If I could only go back and tell my 10-year-old self.
That one day.
So on the phone with us now, let's say good morning to Jordan Knight.
Good morning, y'all.
So, Katie, are you a little nervous? Are you excited?
I am both.
So, Katie has some questions for you, Jordan. Are you ready for Katie's first interview ever?
I'm ready for Katie, if Katie's ready for me.
Oh, I am definitely ready for you. So my first question is, when you all finally got back together and all 5 of you step out onto the stage for the first time, what did that feel like?
I would say just getting back together with the guys and being in the recording studio and being in the dance studio, that was more surreal and more of a moment for me than it was that opening night. Opening night was kind of like, we're here to do a job, and that's kind of what I was thinking of, you know. Although when we did come up from the riser and we saw the crowd and we heard the crowd's roar or scream or whatever you want to call it, it was very, very intense.
I bet it sounded like it did when you guys were out in the 80s.
It did. It did sound like that, except that the teen shrieks came down just a notch.
That was probably Katie and me.
From pitch-wise meaning, but the excitement was just the same.
I'm telling you, when you guys have been back, these last couple of shows that I've seen, screams in the arena have been louder than any show I have ever seen.
Definitely we like to get the crowd going for sure, and the crowd gives us a lot of energy.
Jordan, Katie and I went together to see you when you guys came through with Backstreet Boys, and I think I can speak on behalf of Katie. We screened for 3 hours straight, and it was probably the best 3 hours of our lives, aside from the birth of our children and our marriages.
Well, that's big. We'll be third any day, and then about your kids and your husbands. We'll be third, and that's fine with us.
I don't buy their answers about their husbands, though.
Stop it. We're talking to Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block, and New Kids on the Block will be here at Phillips Arena June 20th. And in the studio with us now is one of our Monday morning mom panel moms, Katie, and Katie is doing her first interview with Jordan Knight. What else do you have, Katie?
So, Jordan, which was better, touring back in the late 80s, early 90s, or touring now?
Touring now, hands down. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, we were a lot younger, and we burnt the candle at both ends, and it was just it was rough actually. We toured really hard and we played really hard. So now it's more like we're at a cooler pace, a calmer pace, even though we do probably 5 shows a week. But it's just we feel more relaxed. We're out there and we're having a lot more fun and connecting with the audience more.
And Jordan, how happy are you that you didn't have TMZ or YouTube back when you guys were really out there in the late 80s, early 90s partying and having a good time like most probably rock bands do?
I'm glad. Well, and also there weren't recording devices on every phone.
Right.
So that's a good thing too. You never know, when someone's recording you, or, I don't know. I see a lot of people, if I'm eating or whatever, there's people that are always looking at their phones, but their phones are pointed right at me. So I'm always a little paranoid.
So last question for you, totally different note, but how have you been touched by the outpouring of support for your hometown in Boston with the bombings that took place last week?
It's definitely heartwarming. I personally will never know what the families of the victims are going through and the actual victims that are, don't have any legs and are lined up in the hospital right now. But it definitely feels good. It did strike really close to home, obviously, being in Boston. And I guess Boston, you feel like we can kind of take care of ourselves. We always rally each other, and, we're big with the sports teams, and we're always behind each other. But to see the rest of the country, get behind Boston and have Boston back. It just feels very heartwarming to see everybody come together like that.
Well, Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block, we're so excited to see you at Phillips Arena on June 20th. But before we let you go, we have something we do with every person we have on the show. It's called 60 Seconds. And basically, we throw a bunch of questions at you. We're going to give you 60 seconds, and you just answer whatever the first thing is that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. And go. What did you have for dinner last night?
Chicken Parmesan.
And what is your favorite road trip food?
Road trip food. Starbucks.
Should toilet paper be under or over?
Over.
All right. What is the song that you work out to?
I don't work out to music.
Okay. All right. Which one of your New Kids songs is your least favorite to sing in concert?
My favorite girl.
What is the Halloween costume you wore as a kid?
Well, I don't remember. What did I wear? I used to not put on, really, I just would make up my own weird.
Okay, chocolate, strawberry, or vanilla?
Chocolate all the way.
Chocolate. Awesome. Jordan Knight from New Kids on the Block. You can check out the package tour with Boys to Men and 98 Degrees at Phillips Arena June 20th. Check out the new album 10. We're playing Remix here on Star 94. Jordan, we can't wait to see you in June.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's going to be a good time. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jordan.
You.